Hi, it's Regina here from Transform Your Performance. Today I want to talk about your leadership spark. You may have heard before that in order to move into the executive ranks, you will need to master your executive presence. But how and what is that even? That's the big question. I recently wrote an article about executive presence for the corporate magazine. And I'll put the link in the comments for you shortly. When you ask the experts what executive presence is or what it consists of, you often hear that it's about body language, it's about attire, it's about confidence, mindset, about being visionary, about communication, or about networking, politics, etc. And yes, all of these play a role for sure, and especially confidence, vision, and communication. They all play into your presence. Of course they do. But I find it interesting that one of the most important factors of presence is never or hardly ever mentioned, and that's your energy. Yes, it has a major role in your presence. I'd say energy and attitude are the two main aspects to focus on when you want to develop a more powerful business presence, a more powerful leadership presence. And of course, these two are related to all the other aspects that I mentioned before and that other people mentioned as well. And they can actually determine them. So in my article, I focused on one of the two key elements of executive presence, energy, because it's one of the least talked about, but it's so important. You've probably heard that it takes 7 seconds to make a first impression, when in reality, it only takes 0.07 seconds for our brains to figure out whether we can trust someone. That's less than a blink of an eye. And it has to be this fast because it's part of our survival mechanism. This is about energy. That's what we pick up about another person. And that's what we pick up first, even if it's unconscious. See, if you go into a meeting, whether it's virtual or in person, and your energy is off, your meeting partners will pick up on that before you even say a single word. Energy speaks louder than words. So your energy can make or break a deal, a negotiation. We constantly interact on an energetic level. That's inevitable. It's automatic, and it happens in any interaction, whether in person, over the phone, virtually, even in an email. What does that mean? It means that if you learn to master your energy, you can intentionally enhance your perceived presence. And you can do this in a matter of minutes or even seconds. You can build trust in this way, and trust building is critical to be seen as a leader and to be effective as a leader. Building trust in all directions, by the way. Words matter, behavior even more, but both will not convince the observer or the listener if your energy tells a different story. This is especially true of words. Words alone are not appealing enough to our survival instincts. They are not compelling enough without the right energy behind them. They will not convince anybody because they are not aligned. If they are not aligned with the energy we consciously or unconsciously perceive, then the words make no sense in the end. And then, of course, or we don't believe them, right? And of course, our energy is in everything we think or do. It's in our thoughts, our behavior, our words, our actions, and therefore in our presence, in our executive presence or lack thereof. So if you want to strengthen your magnetism, your executive presence, and be seen as a candidate for an executive role, you may want to pay more attention to the energy you convey. This doesn't only give you more positive visibility, it also helps you show up as a leader in difficult situations and keep your composure, as it helps you stay calm and centered. It's a great idea to use energy tools before any meeting. Some of them you can find in my book, Speak Up, Stand Out, and Shine. It's on Amazon. I invite you to check it out. Simple tools with great effect you will find in it. I'll drop that link in the comments as well. And I'll be talking more about attitude some other time. Today it's all about energy. Some other time I'm going to go more into attitude and what that even is and means, and how you can use it in your favor. For now, make it a day filled with amazing energy, and click on the link in the comments to read my article and to check out my book. And in that article, I'm also going into much more detail. So I hope you enjoy it and get lots out of it. All the best, and see you next time.